This is UMAR for IFL TV in association with MTK Global in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. David Diamante was in Monaco last week. I want to talk about that first. Bit of a contrasting place from Saudi Arabia, but how was Monaco, Vespucci and Bataille and the rest of the card?
It was a wonderful show. It really was. I mean, it's a funny kind of venue just because, well, first of all, it's historic and gorgeous, but it's a small crowd. And, everyone's in tuxedos, and it's a different kind of atmosphere than, let's say, York Hall or the O2. But that being said, it's amazing. And to do a show there every year, it's really an honor. The Principality of Monaco, it's a beautiful place, and the Prince came out. The place was completely sold out, and the fights were great. So it was a lot of fun. Good show.
You're a very travelled man, of course, through your boxing. I'm sure just in general anyways, you like visiting different places and cultures. How have you found Saudi Arabia so far? We heard many things before we came out here. There was a load of raised eyebrows when this huge rematch was announced for Saudi Arabia. How have you found it, David?
Well, this is my third time in Saudi Arabia, and every time I've been here, there's been great hospitality. So, we've been having a great time so far. The food's been great. The people are very hospitable, and so it's been great. I mean, we went out yesterday to Diriyah to see the site, and it's incredible what they've done in a short time. So, look, man, whether it's in a parking lot or the O2 or here, I mean, I'm here for the fights, and we're gonna get it on.
Do you think we'll be coming back to the Middle East and Saudi Arabia more, and this might become a new capital for boxing?
I think so. I mean, when you say we, I don't know who we is, but for the sport and other events, I mean, look, there's concerts happening tomorrow night. Before the Saturday show, you've got the car racing out here, the WWE. So there's a lot of stuff happening out here. Saudi Arabia has been making a big push for events like this, and I think they've been pretty successful in it, and I think it's going to continue. I've heard murmurs of other big fights that might come here. I can't say who, but I've heard rumors.
Okay. Yesterday, Ruiz again played the nice guy in his New York jersey, just like the first fight week. Do you think he's playing the same mind games?
I don't think it's mind games, man. The guy looks dangerous, man. It's funny. It's like we did an interview, and I said how. I really thought AJ was going to get it done, but after watching that open workout, I'll tell you, Ruiz is looking really on point. And AJ, I think the tactic might have to change a little bit. I don't know if just purely boxing is going to do it. I think it seems to me, AJ is going to have to come out and gain respect. I think that in this fight, I think as a man, Ruiz respects AJ, but in the ring, I think he doesn't. I think he feels like he's got his number. I think he feels that he's soft. I think he feels he can just go through him like he did the first time. And I think AJ needs to come out and show that that's not true. So he needs to impose his will on Ruiz and give him something to think about. Make him think twice about moving in on him. And then we're going to have a real fight. He needs to gain respect in there. The problem is that because, I believe, there's guys over there, I believe that in the first fight when he took that punch, that big punch that knocked him down, again, I don't think Ruiz was hurt. He was knocked down by the force of it. And I think that was the whole turning point in the fight because he got up knowing the force of his best shot, knowing that he could take his best shot, it's not going to hurt him. And that's when he lost respect, and that's why he stood in there in that exchange. And, he got hit with some, he didn't care, he came back with his. So this time, I think AJ has to just really get mean in that ring, man. He's going to have to fight. AJ's in a fight. This is a fight, okay? You're not going to be able to just, merely box around Andy Ruiz. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think AJ has the footwork for that. He might be able to do some of that. You got to use the ring for sure. He needs to definitely use his length, but there's going to be moments where he needs to stand and fight, and he needs to gain respect. If he does that, I think he can win this fight. I still do, but this is a tough fight, man. This is not going to be an easy fight. When we saw Ruiz at the open workout, it was the best Ruiz that I've seen this far, and it's like, guys at Top Rank, man, they're not they're not stupid guys, and I think they believed that they had the future heavyweight champion of the world in Ruiz. I think one of the issues with Ruiz back then was maybe they weren't sure how dedicated he was, things like that, maybe discipline. But Ruiz has got a taste of the good life. And let me tell you, my friends, all these rumors about him partying in the mansions and the cars, like, that kid's training. That kid's coming to fight. And he's all about business, and he wants to keep those belts. He's enjoying this. And, you know, God bless him, man. He's a great guy. AJ's a great guy. That's why, for me, I can never root for a fighter. They're both great guys. I want the best man to win. I want them both to stay safe. But this is a real fight, and AJ is going to have to stand and fight, and he's going to have to prove himself not to anyone else, but to Ruiz in that ring. And that's the way this fight could become interesting. If not, it could be a short night.
Well, that was a great breakdown. You answered a lot of my potential questions. It's interesting that you said it's not just as simple as keeping the distance and boxing and moving around. He's going to have to sting him and let him know that he's in the ring with him, basically.
That's absolutely right. He's got to earn his respect, and he's just going to have to do that. So, you know, it's different. Like, if he's Willie Pep, you know, you can jump around and you can box, but, you know, he's not Floyd Mayweather. He's a different fighter, and so again, styles make fights. That's why I said this is a bad style matchup for AJ. But either way, it's a beautiful fight. You know, it's like really this is a very it's great. It's what boxing's really all about. You know, it's like, and this is why I love the sport so much, because we're really going to be looking inside of the soul of AJ, because inside that ring, those bright lights, man, there's nowhere to hide. It's all right there. And we're going to see if he says, no, I'm a fighter, and I'm here, and like, yo, man, like, how dare you even step in the ring with me? Like, how dare you even step in the ring with me and just try to take Ruiz's head off? I mean, that's what he's got to do. He's a bigger man. He's a huge guy. And look, Ruiz is tough. He's got the hand speed. Look, Ruiz showed so many beautiful things, you know, balance, defense. He's doing this catch and shoot. Beautiful straight punches, fast punches. He's obviously got a good chin. Great boxing IQ. The other thing, too, he's very fluid, you know, because he's been doing this since he's 6 years old. It's like, you know, you don't think to yourself, Umar, when you're walking, like, Umar, put foot down, fall forward, walk, put foot, you know, you just walk, like, right? It's natural. And so when you're boxing since 6, when someone shoots at you, you're ducking down, you're coming back up, you're already spinning around, you know where to go, you know what to do. It's just right there. AJ doesn't really have that. He's more, you know, I don't want to say he's robotic, but he's more robotic than a guy like Ruiz, who's real fluid, man. Yo, for a big guy, like, he moves nice, and that's dangerous. The kid is dangerous. So AJ's in a real fight. He needs to prove himself. He needs to go in there, and he needs to try to gain his respect from Ruiz.
Well, listen, we look forward to a great night. Enjoy emceeing on it, David Diamante, and we'll catch a word, no doubt, soon.
The fight starts now.
That's the one. Thank you very much, David.
He is special. Absolute dynamite. Oh!